Okay, hey there, Selective Collective. This is Kim here to do a reading in the red today. In the red. I'm still doing it because this deck right here, the Fortuna deck, was a gift to the channel, and they have some pretty cards that really only show up best in this light. Took me a while to figure that out. So I hope you guys are doing good. So, like, after I stopped ticking this morning, do you ever find yourself ticking? Like, when you're trying to get, and by the way, sorry, my coffee is pretty strong, but when you're talking to somebody and you ask a question and they flat out refuse to even understand the question and they just start ticking. Oh, I just started ticking. Oh my God. Okay, so after I started ticking, I was watching the news. That probably made me tick even more. I'm sorry. So I was watching the news and wildfires. And it made me wonder, why aren't we cloud seeding when this stuff happens? Like, isn't that this new crazy technology that we can do? So why don't we do that? Isn't that a heal? Isn't that a healing solution? Anyway. So yeah, let's call in your spirit guides and your angels. I'm sure they're already with me because I am giddy as can be today. I don't know. Oh, okay. This is me seeing clearly, by the way. The yellowing. Oh, we can hardly see that, but it is yellow. And the yellowing has to do with something being healed or in those final stages of healing. Here we have winter. We have, you're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice my love. Maybe. I don't know. Is that how you're healing something? We all heal in different ways, I'm sure of it. Oh, I'm sure of it. Or there's something really slow. Feeling like something maybe had been at a standstill for a while, but it's because of this healing. I mean, it's attached to healing, okay? So they're saying with the yellowing card, if we want to compare it to a bruise on the body that turns into this yellowish color, then you'd be able to stage the bruise, right? Okay, that's at least 2 to 3 days old because it's almost healing or something like that, right? Maybe 3 to 4, actually. But so, and then we have Mercury, which is inspiration, communication, travel, something like that. Oh, the Sun Splendor came out. Nice. Nice. Well, it certainly appears that the sun is going to, you know what? This is killing me. I've got to have some color on this first. Hang on. That is killing me because you can't. Can you see it better now? Yeah. Okay. So that works. The Sun Splendor. Now you can kind of... Mercury. Winter. A little blue. And then the yellowing card. All right. So when you embrace the sun and all its splendor, it sounds like a poem, doesn't it? I enjoyed this in all its splendor. When you enjoy something in all its splendor, you're savoring every good part. You're deciding that even though I'm inside, I see the sun, let's step outside. Becomes like I'm going to step outside into the sun's splendor. We don't always do that when the sun is out. Metaphorically, sometimes we go back into a cave or go into a room and shut the door, put the blinds down. And I would say that would be a time of healing, especially when you're very present with your body during those times where The blinds are closed. There's just quiet, solitude. Maybe you disengage from your phone. You disengage from headphones. If your body feels bad or good or achy or great, like if you just really get into it and say, I'm going to use my consciousness right now to heal my weary body and let the Lord work his sun magic on you. Call it what you will. Invite that energy in to, as you rest more into how you're feeling, starts to dissipate. Maybe you fall asleep for a little while. You wake up and you feel just like completely renewed. So some of this communication is between you and your body, I think. Communicate to those parts. Tell it what to do. Tell it you love it. Tell the body, what's my name? What's my name? Just kidding. Oh, told you I'm in one of these moods today. Yesterday was a big healing day for me. So that meant sitting with some aches and pains. And I did that day exactly when I think it's a beautiful idea for anybody to start relaxing before they sit down to take a nap or unwind, to communicate with consciousness and say, okay, I know there's a divine power. Would you please renew every single organ in my body and renew everything for me? No matter what I've done to it today, yesterday, the day before, let's make things new. Of course, it gets easier and easier if you actually contribute to that healing during the day when you are awake by loving yourself good and as doing the best things possible. We're not perfect. And send loving energy to all those things. Ask it to release any negativity stored in your body, because you're a healer. It's our belief system that can keep us from being able to heal ourselves, I think. Of course, this is an opinion. I have the Four of Keys or the Four of Swords, right? So the Four of Swords is what we're talking about. Healing, rest, renewal. Whatever, uncomfortable, anything, just like being still with it and allowing it to get to pass. Maybe even allowing it to become an ache and know that that's some type of emotion there, that whatever reason we didn't acknowledge it or we didn't want to deal with it at that certain time, now we can deal with it, heal it, and release it. Page of Pentacle. I'm going to take it both ways as far as like how am I going to read this card. I'm going to say there is definitely a new investment, a new seed, because there always is. Your pocket is full of seeds at all times. You don't need a card to tell you that there is a seed to plant that will grow. Okay. There are certain conditions where it grows better, right? So maybe it's not whether or not the opportunity is present, but whether are we present enough and healthy and strong enough to be able to invest in it? Have we invested enough in ourselves? I mean, it's kind of point blank, I think, with that. If it's in the reverse, then it's obviously telling you that there's, at the same time, simultaneously, because it's always like that too. There's entanglement, like I think, with probably everything. And so there's this entanglement between you and a certain investment that every time you plant the seed, it's like trying to plant it next to this winter tree. It's not, and then expecting, like, why did the seed get ruined? What happened? Well, because you planted it in the wrong conditions. I was listening to this guy. I think his name on YouTube is Benentino Messino or something. It's very close to that, okay, if I didn't get it exactly right. It's very, if you type even part of the first 3 letters, it'll pull up his name, okay. And he's a good, like, teacher, especially for non-duality. He's pretty good. I've been listening to him for a very long time. And I agree with a lot of what he's, well, it's not that I agree with it. It's just that a lot resonates to be some truth. Sometimes, not everything, all right? Not everything he says, but most. And he says, I'm going to quote him because he says, why didn't it manifest? It's because you're a sloppy thinker. Oh, but for real, though, it's about, I guess, I'll paraphrase in my own words, it's about taking accountability for what you invest in, but remember, it starts in the thoughts. So taking accountability for your thoughts, understanding that your thoughts cause other things, other experiences for other people, because it affects it all. Okay, I believe in that. Yeah, so what is it that you're being guided to, hey, let's not invest in that, and if it's uncomfortable, whatever that is, then let's sit with it, and let's heal it, and let's release it. And allow the higher power to help, because that's the easiest way. Oh, but the actions on this healing part, that's your responsibility. That's your job. Your job. You have this, your role as like divine child is to accept the sun in all its splendor, to help come into you and heal you from the inside out. However, Lord helps those who help themselves. And what that means is that you stay still with this and allow it to uncomfortably sometimes pass through you so it can be healed. Ooh. Okay, I have the Ace of Candles, or this, you know what I mean? Like Ace of Wands. I don't know if this really, I love this deck so much, I want to take them all in the upright. But I'll read it from both the ways. Because, of course, this could be healing and taking a time off after a very intense period of your life. An opportunity that you took, but something might have happened. Like I say, maybe the conditions weren't right for the seed to be planted in the first place, okay? And so maybe that's saying also, it's literally saying there's this other thing coming in. Can you handle all the goodness of this? Well, you can if you're healed as much as possible. That's what I'm hearing. Can you handle all the goodness of this that's going to come in? What time to have wise discernment? I'm making this is part of your plan, your strategy. I'm also getting with this, it's the 7 of Keys or the 7 of Swords, but I'm getting in this spread, this is going to be a very big unseen transformation for everybody else until you step out through the gates. Until you step out through the gates, the key to, or your strategy that you should, you'll keep it to yourself because it is only an experience between you and the higher power, not between me and you, or you and anybody else, but you and this higher power, and they are the strategy. They hold the keys of these unseen realms to help heal you, to help get you through the gates that you need to get through, to help you with discipline and dedication. Because it's easier the more that you let this energy in. And I just feel like we've done things the hard way for a very long time due to all these other things that are kind of hard to even understand here on Earth, such as karmic ties, past life things that we can, you can go into meditation. I still don't know, what the third eye is saying. This is real vision. I know, I feel like it's real when you create it. So we really don't know when it comes down to it, but I do know that this energy holds the key, and this energy is based on love. And and this energy rewards your hard work and dedication towards the divine plan. Because as any parent would love for their child to actually listen when they have the right strategy. This is the right strategy, but it's different than a human parent. So remember that. This one has always been with you even when you're led astray. It's not really its fault when the conditions that you present yourself are not allowing some kind of blessing to come in, right? The blessing's still there. That's why it's different than a human parent, because this is unconditional and is with you through up and down. Let me take the darkness and sin out of your life and refine you like silver, to paraphrase in the Bible. Let me take all the darkness out of your life. Make you shine like silver. It's an uncomfortable process. Judgment. Got a lot of reversals here. What kind of reversals mean? Reversals. Reversals. Things being reversed. Well, you know, this place is, some people refer this as to being a place where everything's backwards or reversed, or and that is part of like the illusion, the finite body that you acquire, giving you a sense of fearing death most of the time, because that in itself is the illusion. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of like reverse might just mean you're dealing with all the stuff here. So with this judgment though, I'm getting the pathway of better health. You see the light in the cup here? Isn't that kind of interesting? Like this funnel is your vortex or your cup. And when you go into this healing mode, you open that cup up and you say, I would like you present and to help me during whatever time in my life. I would like you to bring in the sunshine. And I see these snakes as not only like maybe two representations, maybe the masculine, maybe the feminine kundalini energies represented by two snakes, possibly, just so that it popped in my mind. But paralleling, I don't know, there's paths, there's enlightenment, there's accepting this cup to be filled with the light, and in return, over time, it's going to slowly reveal a path. This is already part of that path. It's already part of the strategy. Here's your King of Wands. The two cards that were in the upright, so I'm really being told to point them out. Oh, and to give you what's underlying. Because I was going to stop at that card, but I'll stop at that one. The Nine of Cups. To the fucking... Sorry. Didn't want to... Look. I didn't want to cuss. I don't even say that word much, but oh my God. I was not expecting this, okay? All of these cards were reversed except for the ones that just now blown my freaking mind. And so we're dealing with past lessons to release. We're healing this. Discipline, structure, and actually having joy out of what we do for this divine path. Like joyful. Being on the path joyfully. So this healing is upright because it is right. It is true. It is what this supreme power has for you. The path to be revealed because it was in the reverse. This fell out on top of the Four of Swords, and it is the King of Candles or the King of Wands. It is in the upright. Isn't that a beautiful card? It is in the upright. And what is the King of Wands? Well, they're inspirational. They're very Leo leadership-like energy, fiery, standing up, shining, standing up, building something that's going to last, overcoming all obstacles and challenges. This king has gladly gone through a period where the darkness had to be strained out of his life or her life in order to create this, to build this. And then look what, I mean, for real. 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. So I'm promoting your accepting this sun splendor. If I promote any product, it would be for you to completely sync up with the higher power, because I will advocate until the day I die with no promo needed, except for your healing, and then you bless everyone else then that you come in contact with, and you're blessing me by being here. So imagine how many people you can affect and bless. And look, this is your heaven on earth. This is your wishes fulfilled. See the sun in the cup? I love that. There's the sun in the middle cup, because that's what you allowed to come in and pour into your glass till it's full, till it's overflowing. Whew. I've got to leave it at that. I have to leave it at that. Yeah, no commercials on this one. To give it to the Most High for blessing us in ways unimaginable. Don't even know yet how good that can get. That is strong energy. It's like telling you, please let me be your comfort. Please. Have you ever went to a kid or a toddler, and they'll be crying and, oh, come here, right? And then it's like, no, doesn't want to. And then we'll fight you. We'll fight because it doesn't want that hug. But then when you finally get them to let you hug them and calm them, and then they fall right asleep. So that's what the higher power, Lord, is wanting to do in your life, is to comfort you, as you would do if you saw your toddler child crying. 10:10, it's absolutely time. It's time to do this. It's time to do this. This structure, strategy, plan. It's time. 10:10. It says you have great leadership skills and your mind is sharp, and it allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all the details. Then direct others how to carry things out. I'm ingenious. I think this one's probably for you too. 0, there's no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. I am limitless. Jeez. Need I say much? I guess if you're in a podcast, the 0 came back out. So it's wanting me to read it again. And this is like, I'm wanting to stress to you again how important this message is for you. There is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You're gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. I am limitless. And it laid on top of the sun's splendor to let you know it's limitless. Can heal anything. Sending you love and light.